Okay, we're going to find the sine of 15 degrees using the subtraction identity, the sine of alpha minus beta, or A minus B. The formula we're going to use is sine of alpha cosine of beta minus cosine of alpha sine of beta. We need to convert these 15 degrees into the sine of 15 happens to be 45 minus 30 degrees. 45 minus 30 is 15. So if you substitute here, this will be alpha or A, this will be beta or B, okay? So that will be equal to the sine of alpha, so it's the sine of 45 degrees times the cosine of beta, the cosine of 30 degrees, okay, minus the cosine of alpha, that's the cosine of the first angle, the cosine of 45, times the sine of beta. Beta is 30 degrees, okay? Now, we need to find out how much is the sine and cosine of 30 and 45. If you don't remember, we can remember the unit circle. We're gonna do this slowly so we know where it comes from. Every little dot represents an angle. This is 0 degrees. This is 45 in the center. This is 30 degrees. This is 60, and this is 90 degrees, right? Every point has coordinates. For example, in 0, it's 1 for x and 0 for y. In 90 degrees, the coordinate is 0 for x and 1 for y. And in the 3 points in the center, all of them have x and y. All of them are fractions, fraction, 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 and fraction. And one way to remember is in every denominator, you put a number 2 in the bottom, number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2, and number 2. And then you put 1, 2, 3, top to down, and 1, 2, 3 from bottom up, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And everywhere in the top of the fraction, you put the square root. The square root of 1, you don't need it, but you put the square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 1, you don't need it, square root of 2, and square root of 3. And the nice thing here is that for every pair, y is the sine and x is the cosine. So if I'm looking for the sine of 45, I go to 45 and sine is the y. So instead of sine of 45, I have root of 2 on 2 times the cosine of 30 in 30 degrees. Cosine is the x, it's root of 3 over 2, root of 3 over 2. Then the formula says minus, and then cosine of 45. In 45, the cosine is root of 2 over 2 times the sine of 30. 30 degrees, the sine is x, 1/2. So we don't have sine and cosine anymore. We have fractions with roots, and we need to simplify the fraction. You multiply top, top, and bottom, bottom. The bottom 2 times 2 is 4. Same here, bottom is 2 times 2 is 4. Root of 2 times root of 3 is the root of 2 times 3. That's the root of 6 times the root of 2. Okay, this will be the answer. You could simplify further. If you can simplify, try to simplify, but this will be an appropriate answer. Thank you very much.